Alright guys, I just wanted to do a quick update on this Ford I've got with the V10 in it. I've put right at 40,000 miles on it. Still very pleased with it for what it is. I've got a few, I guess, I don't know, complaints, but they're pretty minor considering how much you pay and what you get for it. When I first purchased the vehicle, I made the mistake of not checking the spark plug tightness. I didn't know much about these V10s at that point, but I did blow a plug hauling about 13,000 pounds. But I knew that it was something wasn't right. I thought it was an exhaust leak because you could hear the ticking, and it you know, I drove that way for about 2,000 miles, so it was really my fault in many ways because I knew better. But anyways, we got that helicoil put back, and then I adjusted everything, or I torqued all the plugs down. I put all new coil packs on, that kind of thing. I torqued the plugs to Ford specs, which called for 168 inch-pounds. Torqued them to that and gave it a little bit of a twist just to make sure. And I haven't had a single problem since. As a matter of fact, about 2,000 miles ago, I checked them again, and nothing. They hadn't moved at all. They're still exactly at 168 pounds or inch-pounds, still super tight. So that's the big thing with these, I guess, is you just got to make sure that you torque them right and then check them every once in a while. And then the other thing that I've had an issue with, and again, it's not really an issue, but it's annoying. It doesn't affect performance at all. The exhaust Y pipe coming off of the manifolds has some heat shields on there, and the welds have cracked. I've welded one back. I haven't had time to weld the other back. But they rattle at a certain RPM. And just recently I got, I think, a rock or something stuck in there, and it sounded terrible. And then the other thing is what I've been told, or what I've read rather, is the torque converter inspection plate between the bell housing and the actual engine. It rattles as well, and I think I've got some of that going on. So after I'm done with this load here, I will get underneath there, and I'm probably just going to take my heat shields off, to be honest, just cut them off there, and then take that plate off and see if I can't bend it in the middle, kind of get a little bit of a bevel on it, so hopefully it won't rattle back and forth, and I suspect that'll take care of that problem. Other than those things, this truck has been absolutely phenomenal in the 40,000 miles that I've had it, and I've only had it for about 7 months, so I work it pretty hard. If it's on the road, it's hauling something. You can see in the trailer, doesn't look like much right there, but it's all flat steel. Right now there's about 11,000 pounds in the trailer. The trailer weighs about 3,000, so I'm right at its max limit of 14,000 pounds. And as you can see, the truck is out of overdrive. I'm cruising at about 68, no problem. It'll kick down when it needs to. It'll kick out of overdrive, but it does it pretty smoothly and easy. It's not that bad. If you get in some real hilly country, sometimes it'll shift in and out of overdrive more than you want pulling this much, but it's not that bad. I mean, it's not like my old Duramax where, you know, it never shifted unless you had a 7% grade. But it's still, for what you pay for it and for what it is, it's not bad. With this load that I've got on here now, over about a 3,000 mile, or rather 1,500 mile trip, I average, right between 11 and 12 miles a gallon. Which to me is not bad at all. I had an old 7.3 diesel, and I averaged less than that, and the power seems very comparable to me. It had a 373 rear end, and the tow package is very similar to this, and this isn't anywhere near as noisy. And the maintenance is a lot easier and a lot less. So that's about it, guys. That's my opinion, I guess, on this pickup. One other thing that I will mention is it uses about 1 quart, just a hair over 1 quart every 3,500 miles of oil. I'm running a 1020 synthetic blend in it right now with a Wix filter. I'm not sure what it is. It doesn't burn it. It doesn't smoke at all. The exhaust is super clean. However, I've noticed that the PVC, or the positive crank ventilation system, it's very oily. All the hoses are, and behind I had the intake off the other day, and behind the throttle body, I noticed there was a lot of buildup, and I'm wondering if there's not some kind of baffle underneath the cam cover that's not working appropriately and letting more oil through that valve than it's supposed to be, and that's where it's going, because it doesn't affect the performance at all. The truck is bone dry underneath, not a leak one, something I could not say for my Chevy. But I'm not sure, but it's, it's one of those things where, that's about the time you need to change oil anyway. So it's not that big of a deal to me. So that's it, guys. Thanks for watching. Probably pretty boring, but I figured I'd give you an update.